Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 23rd of January. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. As ever, I'm going to give you the standout features of this week that we can all relate to collectively, but please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you in forensic detail all the zodiac signs from Aries through to Pisces. If you're a returning viewer to my channel, thank you so much for joining me once more. If you're new to me, it's great to have you with me. If you'd care to like or subscribe or comment, you're very welcome. This is very much a community and it's wonderful to have you with me. Now this week does see one of the standout aspects in astrology, the Sun in an alliance with Jupiter. Jupiter in the sign of Aries is very much about new beginnings and freshness. In the sign of Aquarius, the Sun, Venus and Saturn is very much about the collective. It's how we interact and network, it's our friendships, but also our longer term planning. Because last Saturday there was a new moon in Aquarius, which is also feeling the energy of Pluto, the planet of great change, it may feel as if this is a really historic time for many of us. So what does it mean, that aspect between the Sun and Jupiter? I think it can be when we supercharge our longer term plans in a way which feels right for us now. We very often will have hopes, but when we get to that point where we achieve what we set out to do, we realise that we've actually shifted. And I think there can be a little bit of that this week. But Mercury, the planet of communication, is still forging a jarring angle to Mars. Mercury wants us to slow things down and examine possibilities in a very thorough and step-by-step way. It's in the earthy sign of Capricorn. Mars in Gemini wants things to go quick, very quick. But later this week, Mercury actually forges a brilliant link with Uranus, which will help us to embrace things that can speed up. Also, from Monday to Wednesday, Venus and Saturn are still within 3 degrees of one another, and they're asking us to think very carefully about the quality of our alliances. Now, Saturn can either be a cold and limiting influence or a very stabilising one. So we may find ourselves asking some key questions about close relationships, particularly as Venus moves into the sign of reflection of Pisces on Friday. Now there is a quarter moon as this week draws to a close. As much as the sign of Aquarius is very idealistic, the sign of Taurus is very realistic. And there may be something that we just need to make sure it stays in kilter between those two areas. As much as we'd like life to be a certain way, it is as it is. But then at the same time, that doesn't mean to say we can't apply our values and standards to that reality. And that's really what I feel is coming to the fore as this week draws to a close. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand what the next year will hold for you as an individual, if you give me 3 pieces of personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your forecast, plus in my special package, your life roadmap analysis. This will help you to understand your astrological influences at a much more intimate level. Seize upon the ones that give you possibilities, but also work out some that have snagged you over time. There's 30% off. Please see the link below. And in my special package, you also get your free Zodiac, Vedic and Chinese forecasts for 2023. So Aquarius, your week commencing the 23rd of January forecast continues to see that glorious energy of the Aquarius new moon pouring its way into your sign. This can give you the platform to begin something fresh and new, or it could see you inject more impetus and energy into something that's been ongoing. Now, of course, Saturn has been your nemesis over the last couple of years. It's your co-ruler, but it was also clashing with your other co-ruler, cheers, thanks a lot, Saturn and Uranus. But this week it's aligning with Venus, and perhaps it's asking you to think very seriously about your personal presentation, your identity, your ideas. But that doesn't mean to say that it's all bad. Saturn can be such a force for good because it gives us the push to apply ourselves in a very step-by-step and patient way. And you have that in your toolkit. But the link with Venus can in some ways be a little difficult because perhaps if you feel you're not getting the affection or recognition that you really crave as an individual, then that could make you feel a little low, but it's not going to last for long, I don't believe, because this week sees a glorious link between the Sun in your sign and Jupiter, the planet of growth, and traditionally in astrology of luck. So a conversation you have this week could actually impress someone because I feel that Saturn's going to anchor Venus. Venus can be a bit insincere in its rulership of Libra, a little bit synthetic. So I think what Saturn can do means that when you say something or you have an idea, the chances are someone will believe that you're actually being really genuine, and that in itself can impress. But from Monday through to Friday, Mercury in your 12th house does continue that challenging angle with Mars in the 5th house, which is about fun. It is about romance and being bubbly and out there. However, as the week goes on, Mercury then aligns much more constructively to Uranus. Now, it's possible that you could have a brainwave. You may find it a bit difficult to sleep over these nights because there's a lot more buzzy energy going around. But the brainwave you have could be very positive. And then on Friday, some kind of financial uptick is going to occur for you. If it doesn't exactly happen at the end of this week, be assured it can happen in the following 28 days. But the quarter moon, also as the week draws to a close, is in the part of your situation that's to do with your home and emotions, and it's quite close to the North Node. There may be something that you feel a bit conflicted about. Maybe it's about needing to balance what you want as an individual against what those close to you or immediately around need. And there could be a little bit of toggling to do there. But generally, this is a week which gives you a great opportunity to feel much more motivated, much more buzzy, have a real sense of your attractiveness, but in a way which is more grounded, Saturn. But some good fortune can come to you, especially with Venus moving into your 2nd solar house as the week draws to a close. Thank you so much for joining me.